Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Welch On-Ice, and today we are doing an episode of Shootout Shoutouts, one of my new and upcoming favorite segments on this channel. If you haven't watched the previous episodes of this little series, they're all standalone episodes. However, feel free to go back and look at them. We have done 3 others right now with the Anaheim Ducks, the Boston Bruins, and the Buffalo Sabres. And today, what's next in the alphabet? The letter C.
I'm Captain Obvious.
The Calgary Flames are going to be our team of choice today, and we're going to do a shootout mode. If you haven't seen these other videos, what we're doing is we're just going to do a shootout mode, and we're going to just be talking about the team. We're going to be talking about the things that are going well, the things that aren't going well, what players they've got, what things they look to hope for the future. Without further ado, the Calgary Flames.
2 seconds later.
But first, make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We are growing more and more every day, little bit by little bit. Feel free to share this with a friend. There's no harm in doing that. There's no fee to do that. It's absolutely free. So feel free to share it with a friend, and let's keep the good times rolling. And so without further ado, we got the Calgary Flames.
12 seconds later.
So naturally, I put them up against the Edmonton Oilers. We got to keep that rivalry going, even in offline shootout mode, am I right?
Coming up.
Clearly, I'm not playing with updated rosters because Nazem Kadri's still on the team. And so I've got a feeling that I'm going to have to go back and update my roster because that's just silliness. Let's get rid of Kadri because he's not even on Calgary anymore. They got Huberdeau, Sharangovich, Coronado, and Frost here. So let's take out Kadri and let's put in... Oh, I know who I want to put in. I want to put in... Where is he?
Where are you?
This guy, Zane Parekh. He's only a 78 overall in this game, but he is a guy that we are definitely going to be talking about. So I want to put him in this lineup just for funds. We'll get Huberdeau shooting first. We'll throw Frost in where Sharangovich is, and we'll put Parekh in the fifth spot. Okay, so we're looking at other players that Calgary has. Just to name a few, we've got Connor Zary. He's a young upcomer for the Flames. He's got 24 points in 67 games this season.
Nice.
They got grinder Ryan Lomberg, absolute unit with 9 points this season. We all know that scoring's not his role. He is there to absolutely throw hands. And Adam Klapka, same with him. Just there as a physical presence, really. And of course, their team capitan, Michael Backlund. I'm correct in saying that, right? Yes, I'm correct in saying that. I had a moment of panic, thinking that Calgary didn't have a captain, but it is Michael Backlund. Sorry, Calgary fans. I don't watch West Coast games too often. They're a little past my bedtime. So let's see. Does McDavid start off with a goal? He does not. Let's see what Huberdeau can do. Puts it in the net. Very nice. It's very unfortunate for Calgary. I mean, obviously it's a team that's rebuilding, but to trade away your leading goal scorer, or your leading point scorer, I should say, it was kind of unfortunate, you know. He had 41 points in 61 games with the squad, and your next best now is Michael Backlund. Through 73 games, has 40 points. The Oilers strike back with Draisaitl. So obviously, you never want to see yourself trading away your leading goal scorer. However, I do think that the value that they got in return was pretty substantial. Off the iron. Yeah, the value that you got back for Kadri was pretty good. I mean, you got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and 2 players in Victor Olofsson and Karan. And so, I think I'm saying his name right. Maybe it's Kuran. Sharangovich flying down the middle. Scores! And wins. Yeah, so if you're Nazem Kadri, you are excited to be back with a team that's a pretty solid contender, and try to run it back with the Colorado Avalanche. But again, this video is not about Colorado; it is about Calgary. So let's see what other pieces do Calgary have. I think Dustin Wolf is a goalie with a lot of potential. Now, obviously, he's on a team that's pretty rough. He's got an 899 save percentage, so he's not even in the not the 100s, the 900s for save percentage, and his goals against average is up almost at 3 at 2.95, and so that's not something you necessarily want to see from him. However, the really good thing about him is that he's young. He's got age on his side. Let's see, how old is he? Oh, I do that so often. Oops. Yeah, Wolf's only 24 years old, so if you can keep him for a while, you are absolutely laughing. Also, I think Calgary's backup, Goalie, just has one of the most unique personalities in all of the NHL. If you get a chance, watch an interview with Goalie. It's hilarious. He just actually says what's on his mind and doesn't give the cliche, well, obviously we just got to get more pucks in deep and blah, 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 blah. He actually gives real answers, and he's like, he talks about goals that he makes for himself, and it's actually really refreshing to watch an interview from him, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I haven't had the chance to shoot as him yet, to my recollection, but Zane Parekh is another guy. If you are a Calgary Flames fan, you should be happy about is the potential that Zane Parekh has. He was a 9th overall pick in the 2024 draft. 2024? Yes, the 2024 draft. And I mean, this season he's played almost 30 games and he only has 6 points. So for a 9th overall pick, you may think, oh, what is up with that? But when you look at how many points the rest of his teammates have, it kind of makes sense. I mean, yes, he's an offensive defenseman through and through. I mean, you look at what he did with Team Canada in the World Juniors. I think he set a record for most points as a defenseman. Am I going crazy by saying that? I swear half the time I just make up stats in my head that could or could not be real. Oh, I didn't get the shot off. Okay, yeah, so Zane Parekh set the Canadian the Canadian record for most points by a defenseman in a single World Junior Championship with 13. The next was Alex Pietrangelo and Brian McCabe with 12. See, sometimes I feel like I'm like AI and I hallucinate things in my mind and create stats, but that was in fact a real one. Yay, go me. So I got a score here to keep our hopes alive. I was trying to go back to the forehand, but almost worked on the backhand anyway. Calgary also shipped off Rasmus Andersson to Vegas, and I think that was a pretty good move. I think it was time for him to say goodbye. He obviously was not happy in Calgary. Sorry, Calgary fans. That's just the truth. He also has one of the coldest sellies ever of just staring at one of the opposing team's fans.
Sure and go.
I love it. It's hilarious. But you got Zach Whitecloud in return. I do believe, if I am recalling this correctly. Yeah, so you got another first round pick from Vegas, Zach Whitecloud, and another prospect, Abram Waby. So, and also a second round conditional in 2028. So, I mean, it kind of stinks that you're retaining 50% of Anderson's salary. However, I mean, for a first round pick, like between the trade with him and the trade with Nas, having 2 first rounders is pretty awesome if you ask me. I think Calgary has a really bright future, and you already have other young prospects like Zane Parekh. How old's Blake Coleman? I feel like he's young, but not really. I'm a liar. He's 34. Does that age me? I don't know. Ooh, big save by Jari. Yeah, okay, Whitecloud is actually not that old. He's 29. I thought he's older than that for some reason. Oh, you got Hanzik, who's only 21. That's not bad. Beecher's 24. Coronado's only 23. Brendan Othman, if he can, stay up on the roster. He's a young kid as well. Sharon Govich is only 27. Zari's 24. So, I mean, all things considered, Calgary is also another team that's just kind of on the up and coming younger side. They do have some veterans in Backlund and Uyghur, like how old? Oh my goodness, I totally forgot that Uyghur got traded to the Mammoth. Huh. I completely forgot about that. I was like, why can't I see Uyghur in these stats? And that's because he's not on the team. Got 3 second-round picks in this upcoming year's draft, as well as Oli Mata and Jonathan Castagna, all for Mackenzie Weegar. So, I mean, again, there's 3 more second-round picks. I mean, if you are a person who likes the draft, then if you're a Calgary Flam fan, these next 3 years are going to be pretty exciting for you because you have a lot of picks. Let's see, how many picks does Calgary have? Okay, so after the trade deadline this year, Calgary has 12 draft picks in the 2026 draft. What about 2027? And in 2027, they have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a third-round pick, and then they don't have a 4th, but they have a 5th and a 6th, and then no 7th. So, I mean, over the next 2 years even, you've got a solid, 6 picks. No, more than that. You have a solid 8 picks. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. You have 9 picks. In these next 2 years, you have 9 picks in the first and second rounds of 2026 and 2027. If that's not something to be excited about, I don't know what is. My hot take for Calgary is that they are going to make the playoffs, not this year, not next year, but the following year. And I think that they're going to have a pretty solid team. I think Calgary, you know what? If they pick wisely, and if they trade wisely and have good asset management, they could turn around the team that Trevling left them. They can honestly, I think, be a team that is consistently in the playoffs for probably the next, not this year next, but after that, probably this next 8 years. If they are wise about how they move their players and pieces, I think that they could be a team that could have a long tenure in the playoffs. So that's my hot take for Calgary. But let's play one more game and see how we do against the Edmonton Oilers. Boo! Edmonton, boo! I didn't think that was going to go in. Not going to lie. I got to get more fancy. I should try some new tricks with these shootouts. I just kind of talk and go in and do forehand, backhand stuff. So I should maybe try to expand. Let's try a little through the legs action here. Am I missing something? No wonder why I can't do between the legs. I've got a buddy who's signed into my account, and he switched it over from skill stick to total control. That's why none of these moves I'm trying to do are working. Bruh. Okay, well, how do you do between the legs? Between the legs shot is hold circle and release. That's it. Total control is going to be the death of me, dude. I was wondering why between the legs wasn't working. In the last video, I'm recording a couple videos in one day, and I did the Buffalo video as well today, and I tried to do the between the legs there too, and it wasn't working. It all makes sense now. Well, that's it for today's episode. We somehow still came away with the shootout win. And we made a couple shoutouts in this shootout. So as it's been said, thanks for watching this episode of Shootout Shoutouts. We will see you in the next episode as the Carolina Hurricanes. See you there. Peace.